Alright, hello everybody. It is I, Granorite, and here we are back with another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green, with our first Fire-type team, starting a new playthrough today. And as you can see in the tracker, and we'll see here as we go through the Pokemon, we are alternate color schemed. We are shiny, and we're going to have shiny Pokemon the rest of these playthroughs in Fire Red and Leaf Green. So we have here Charmander, level 5, Blaze for its ability, no scratch and growl. If you can't tell, this is also we rolled the Fire starter team. So that is what it's going to be. What do we know about Charmander? Charmander is known as the lizard Pokemon. Stands 2 feet tall, or 0.6 meters. It weighs 18.7 pounds, or 8.5 kilograms. Charmander is a bipedal reptilian Pokemon with a primarily orange body and blue eyes. Its underside of its, from the chest down and the soles of its feet are cream-colored and has 2 small fangs visible in its upper jaw and 2 small fangs in its lower jaw. A fire burns at the tip of this Pokemon's slender tail, which has blazed there since Charmander's birth. The flame can indicate Charmander's health and mood, burning brightly when the Pokemon is strong and weakly when it is exhausted, wavering when it is happy, and blazing when it is enraged. It is said that Charmander would die if its flame were to go out. However, if the Pokemon is healthy, the flame will continue to burn even if it gets a bit wet, and is said to steam in the rain. Charmander can be found in hot mountainous areas. It has been recently seen living in the terrarium of Blueberry Academy. However, it's it is found far more often in the ownership of trainers. As seen in Pokemon Snap and the new Pokemon Snap, Charmander exhibits pack behavior, calling others of its species if it finds food, and watching the flames on each other's tail to ensure they don't go out. As seen in Pokemon Sleep, Charmander is known to sleep while curled up, and supposedly it draws the warmth from its flame on its tail. During quiet nights, the sound of its flame can be heard by listening carefully while Charmander sleeps. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Charmander. Fire Red says from the time it is born, a flame burns at the tip of its tail. Its life would end if the flame were to go out. And Leaf Green says it has a preference for hot things. When it rains, steam is said to spout from the tip of its tail. And we're happy to have Charmander on the team. Followed by Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil also has Blaze for its ability to tackle Leer right now. Cyndaquil is known as the Fire Mouse Pokemon. Stands 1 foot 8 inches tall, or 0.5 meters, and weighs 17.4 pounds, or 7.9 kilograms. Medium slow leveling rate, which is also what Charmander was. Charmander was also medium slow, I forgot to mention that. Cyndaquil is a small bipedal mammalian Pokemon with bluish fur on top of its body and cream-colored fur on its underside. Its eyes are usually seen closed, and it has a long, thin snout. Its arms are short, but its legs are slightly more developed, and have a single nail on each foot. On its back are 4 red circles that can erupt into flames. When the flames are burning, its back has the appearance of being covered in spines. Cyndaquil is capable of defending itself using these flames, and the fire grows more powerful as it becomes angry or defensive. Cyndaquil's firepower is described as being tremendously powerful. However, if it is tired, the flames are not able to burn properly. It is timid by nature and often curls into a ball when threatened. Due to this, Cyndaquil prefers staying hunched over. Though rare in the wild, it can be found living on grasslands. It has been recently seen living in the terrarium of Blueberry Academy. As seen in Pokemon Sleep, Cyndaquil is known to usually sleep curled up. On rare occasions, it will spout flames from its back while sleeping. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Cyndaquil. Fire Red says it usually stays hunched over. If it is angry or surprised, it shoots flames out of its back. Leaf Green says it is timid and always curls itself up in a ball. If attacked, it flares up its back for protection. And we're happy to have it. Followed by Torchic, who also has Blaze for its ability. No scratch and growl here at level 5. Torchic, known as the Chick Pokemon, stands 1 foot 4 inches tall, or 0.4 meters, and weighs 5.5 pounds, or 2.5 kilograms. It is a medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Torchic is a small chick Pokemon with stubby, downy yellow wings. Its body is covered with orange feathers and a fluffy coat of down. There is an orange and yellow crest on its head that resembles a flame. Its 2 thin legs and short beak are light brownish yellow, and its feet have 3 toes in the front and 1 in the back. A male Torchic will have a small black speck on its rear that is not present on females. Within Torchic's belly, this Pokemon has a flame sac with a burning fire. This internal flame causes Torchic to feel warm if hugged. The warmth feels similar to a warm water bottle. As long as Torchic is alive, the internal flame will burn continuously. When attacked, it will shoot fireballs of 1,800 degrees Fahrenheit or 1,000 degrees Celsius at its foes, leaving them scorched black. It dislikes darkness as it cannot see its surroundings. Apologize. Torchic will follow its trainer with unsteady steps. While Torchic is rarely found in the wild, it is known to inhabit grasslands. It has recently been seen living in the terrarium of Blueberry Academy. As mentioned in the sleep style decks, its fluffy body is warm enough to sleep next to. In our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Torchic, Fire Red and Leaf Green both say it has a flame sac inside its belly that perpetually burns. It feels warm if it is hugged. And last but not least, we have Eevee, who looks kind of ghostly with its shiny form, has Run Away for its ability, knows Tackle, Tail Whip, and Helping Hand. Eevee is known as the Evolution Pokemon, stands 1 foot tall, or 0.3 meters, and weighs 14.3 pounds, or 6.5 kilograms, and is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Eevee is a small mammalian quadrupedal Pokemon with primarily brown fur. The tip of its bushy tail and its large furry collar are cream colored. It has short, slender legs with 3 small toes and a pink paw pad on each foot. Eevee has brown eyes, long pointed ears with dark brown interiors, and a small black nose. Eevee has an unstable and irregularly shaped genetic structure that causes it to mutate when it is exposed to radiation of evolution stones. Its DNA is easily influenced by its environment, which allows it to suddenly and perfectly adapt to harsh habitats by evolving into one of 8 different Pokemon. The reason why only Eevee has such an unusual genes, which are the key to solving the mysteries of evolution, remains unknown. Even its face can end up becoming similar to that of its trainer. Eevee is an extremely rare Pokemon, mostly found in cities and towns. In Pokemon Sleep, it is suggested that it dreams about which form it will evolve into in the future. So be thinking about that Flareon, Eevee. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Eevee, Fire Red says an extremely rare Pokemon that may evolve into a number of different ways, depending on stimuli. Leaf Green says its genetic code is irregular and may mutate if exposed to the radiation of elemental stones. And we are excited to have the team. We will be seeing several evolutions next episode, so that is exciting. We're going to let this guy show us how to catch Pokemon really quick. I'm going to get this out for just a reference really fast. Alright, speed through the rest of this. Okay, so Charmander wants speed and special attack. We can't get special attack right now. We can get speed. We probably will also just get some HP and defense for Charmander. This is speed. We got static though. Wonderful. Just what I wanted. Let's just go back down and heal really quick. We want to get the team up to level 8 so we can beat our rival. Also, something fun this playthrough, our rival also has a Charmander. So we're going to be seeing a lot this stream. Who has got the better Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard? Just going to straight up battle it out. But next episode, we should be seeing evolutions into our Quilava, Combuskin, and Charmeleon. Which is very exciting. We're going to work on getting the team up, of course, to a level... come on with the status effects game. Well, Charmander learned Ember, but it's going to be going down. We'll swap Cyndaquil up here. No. And then we'll get Flareon before we fight Erica. And then somewhere in between Erica's gym and Koga and Sabrina, we will get Charizard, Blaziken, and Typhlosion. And I would expect this team to level up faster than other ones we've used before, so we will be probably skipping a lot of stuff initially, and then coming back and getting it later. Like, trainer-wise, that is. Let's see if we can finish out Charmander really quick, especially now that it's learned Ember. And probably all three of our starters are going to know Ember off the bat. Once we have the ability to get it off one of them, we will. But it's just going to be what it is starting out. No. So we'll get to level 8 like we do. Almost got it. No. No. Geese. There we go. Alright, we'll do Eevee next here. No. Want more Caterpies and Metapods and Kakunas. No Weedles. At least we get to automatically run away from these. I don't have to worry about them being like, nope, you can't run away. But that being said, all of the Weedles seem to be very upset that we're not fighting them. This ghostly Eevee. I promise it's not sick. Come on. Da -ba 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 -ba. No, no, Weedles. Say no to Weedles. All right. No. No. Yes. No. Yes. You need to heal. So let's see if we can get a little bit on Torchic while we're in here. I really want cocoons. Don't really want Caterpies. There we go. It's nice that the tracker also shows the shiny forms. That's a very nice addition by the programmers. I'll make sure to mention that in the Discord. Cocoons. Come on, Metapods, Kakunas. Let's go. Want that defense. There it goes. So hopefully we won't have too much issues with Brock or Misty. Misty's probably going to be our hurdle with this team. And then our next difficult gym leader is going to be Giovanni. But by that time, I think we'll have moves to be able to deal with Giovanni. Focus energy. One more cocoon. Excellent. Alright, we just need to finish getting Eevee up. So ideally, Eevee's going to be getting our special attack Eevees. Or not special attack, special defense Eevees, whenever we come across those. Blaziken is going to be our physical attacker. Charizard's going to be our special attacker. And then Typhlosion is going to be our stall. If we can get that to work out, we'll see how it goes. There's a Caterpie. Excellent. Which means it's time to go beat up on our rival after this. Oh, we got Sand Attack on Eevee. Excellent. Swap Torchic up. Because I want Charmander to take on our rival's Charmander. We're going to have a Charmander off. Grab this potion just in case. Did your Pokemon get any stronger? Did they? Let's go for a focus energy first. See if we can get some good crits. Sand attack now. Might need to check my tech speed. It looks like it's pretty slow. Oh, there was a miss. Yay! My bird beat your bird. Alright. Charmander off. Ours is a different color. And we'll see that every time they face off. Alright. Let's go for the Ski Ratch. This is a level higher. Which is the Ember Green? Not a lot. Should stick with the scratches. Went 4 to us a scratch. Excellent. Good job, Charmander. Proven dominance early. Yeah, it's definitely mid. Okay. Well, let's get going through the forest. We're gonna let Torchic take on some Weedles to get its speed up to that multiple of 4, Eevee-wise. And then, of course, we level up the team to 14. We'll get Cyndaquil, like, right before 14. We'll get it, like, one fight away. Because Cyndaquil evolves into Quilava at 14. And we want that to happen on screen, of course. So it'll happen at the beginning of the next episode. No fire move yet. The only person who's got a fire move thus far is Charmander. Proving Charmander's dominance over the other two right now. Very nice. Caterpie gives HP. We'll put that on Charmander so he gets that up to a multiple of 4. Very nice. Can't jam if you're a Pokemon trainer. So as always, this will be a shorter episode. This first one always is. It doesn't take us long to get to Pewter. Get out of here, Weedle. Excuse me. Emba! There we go. Perfect. Kakuna, we're gonna let Charmander take on this Kakuna so its defense gets to the multiple of 4. Excellent. Yeah, get out of here, Doug. Alright, so let's do Cyndaquil for the next fight. As you can see, our tracker here still shows them in their original colors. Man, it's so bad not having the running shoes right now. When I do need to be catching some Pokemon again. I'll do that off screen. Well, I'm doing my off-screen training. Gotta make sure we're still catching Pokemon to get up to that 30 so we can get those leftovers. We'll use Eevee in the next fight. Get out of here, Caterpie. Alright. Good critical. Wow. Very nice. Alright, we're just going to tackle through this Metapod, because all it's going to be is us tackling it while it hardens, until it can't harden anymore. Alright, we'll tackle through this one as well. And then we're going to let Charmander burn up on this final Weedle. Very nice. I am good at this. Thank you for noticing. Alright, and just like that, boom, we're in Pewter City. First episode is done with the new team. So we'll have, of course, a full episode next week as we move forward with the team, taking on Brock and such. So we do hope you all enjoyed this first episode, and we will be back next time with more Pokemon.